because you talked about Indianapolis becoming a football town and a football community around the winningest decade in NFL history that you and the boys were a part of, that obviously has this Lucas Oil Stadium thing down here. Okay, we had a little bit of a thing, okay? Hey, Colts fans are back, Peyton. Colts fans are back, all right? Gardner Minshew almost won the AFC South. Gardner Minshew made it to the Pro Bowl. Now we get Anthony Richardson back. We have Shane Steichen. Jonathan Taylor, we got no contract disputes going on. He's all in. We got Pittman paid. The defense is back. We're going to do this. It's all the way back in Indianapolis. Then there's this team in Houston. Like, this team in Houston was supposed to be crap. They were supposed to be crap. They were supposed to be trash. They were supposed to be a dumpster fire forever. Then D'Amico Ryans comes in. CJ Stroud, this kid, has the greatest rookie quarterback season in the history. Should I be excited about what the Colts are doing, or are we now living in the Houston Texans world in the AFC South, do you think, Peyton?
You make a great point, Pat. I mean, for years, like, you always wanted to be the bully in the conference, right? That was kind of our theme, right? Let's win the division. You win the division, you have a chance to get in the playoffs, right? That was the Patriots motto. That was our motto all those years, and you felt like we could. Now, the AFC South, look, it's quarterback heaven, right? I mean, Levis, I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of Trevor Lawrence. He'll bounce back. Anthony Richardson, we got to keep him healthy, right? Yeah. When he's healthy, look out. But I think the bully in the conference is CJ Stroud over there in Houston, right? He had an incredible first year. Like, I think about my rookie year, Pat, like, I kind of say it's so hard as a rookie, all these interceptions. CJ Stroud says it's not that hard. He went out and dominated as a rookie. So I think you're right. I think that division kind of goes through Houston. And obviously, D'Amico, look, they have a target on their backs, right? Everybody knows who they are. They're not sneaking up on anybody, but they're going to answer that challenge. But it's a great division. But, like, I'm a big fan of Stroud. I got to know him. I coached him at the Pro Bowl this year, Pat. Humble guy, hard worker, super talented, just nice to, my son, nice to all the fans there. I didn't get to know him. He didn't come to our football camp, Pat. He had a team commitment that he honored, and I kind of felt bad. He kind of got criticized for not coming to the camp. NFL people kind of said, hey, you were supposed to go, you didn't go, and I kind of missed that. I probably could have come out and clarified that, hey, he never committed to come. It was all good. So I actually apologized to him recently about kind of the criticism he had to face from NFL teams in his combine interviews. That was ridiculous, but big fan of him. So, yeah, look, I'm all on the Colts bandwagon, but we got to do something about these other teams in the AFC South.
Amen. Amen. We certainly do. And that Houston city is the one that we really got to worry. They brought in Stephon Diggs. They bring in Joe Mixon. Yep. Caserio seems to have a massive Italian brain. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is down in Houston. It wasn't supposed to be like this. But we got massive respect for what they got going on. And that Manning passing academy, I remember that being a conversation piece. Because what they were trying to do to C.J. Stroud in that draft process was absurd. They brought out some test score. This guy, dumbest guy ever. CJ Stroud guy. And then the Manning Passing Academy became a part of the storyline, and it just was one thing after another. Now, I would assume that CJ Stroud was appreciative of you saying, like, hey, sorry that even became a thing, because it did. Obviously, you didn't mean for that or know potentially that it was taking place, but, like, why does that happen, you think? And whenever you see him play the way he plays, why do you think he is as good as he is? Is it in between years, which is exactly what they were saying he was not in the draft cycle? Is it his accuracy? What do you think it is exactly about him that makes him be the guy? Because they're expecting him just now. It's like when Patrick Mahomes is in, like, year 4, and they're like, is he Tom Brady or not? CJ in his second year now, they're like, hey, win a Super Bowl, dude.
Future.
Like, that's crazy that it happens that quick for this guy. Why is it for him, you think?
Well, and there's a lot of reasons, and I can relate. And I told him this, during those combine times, Pat. I think NFL teams are just looking to kind of pick at you, right? To kind of see. I remember when I was going through the combine, the early buzz was I didn't have any upside. I'm like, I'm 22 years old. Surely there's some upside in here somewhere. Surely I haven't maxed out at 22, right? My neck hasn't even grown yet. There's a lot of room to expand there. The forehead can get bigger. So look. Part of it, right?
And it did. And it did. That was a good call. You always notice. Red 18.
They're going to pick at you, right? And I think they're going to see how you respond to it. And I think if CJ probably used some of those criticisms to drive him to play even better, hey, Houston's luckier for it. But look, he's got a presence about him. I mean, just kind of watching him down there at the Pro Bowl, Look, the Pro Bowl's a fun deal. Tua was our starter. Gardner went in. And then I kind of said, hey, CJ, are you good with the whole second half? And he's like, I'm good. I want to be in there. It's a flag game, but you still see a competitive guy that wants to win, that wants the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter. That's in a flag game. Just know what it's like in real football. So, somebody asked me about Mahomes the other day, what made him so special. That calm and coolness in the fourth quarter. I think Stroud has that. Look, I'm not making this comparison right away, but there's just something about being calm and cool in those heated moments that serves quarterbacks well. Nobody was better than Tom Brady when it came to that. But I think Stroud has some of those characteristics. And I'm a big fan of D'Amico too, right? He coaches hard. I played against D'Amico. He was a coach on the field. That's a pretty good combination there when you got D'Amico and Stroud, kind of a two-man monster there.
Yeah, they've been very good to us. We've talked to D'Amico, we've talked to Caserio, and then Stroud actually came and saw us whenever we were down in Houston for the national championship game. And it's like everything he does is like what you want, just like the same shit for you. Like everything you did was like what you want your teammate to do. He had one of his teammates' fashion lines on when he came on the show. It was like, oh, what's the hoodie you're wearing? Oh, it's like our left guard's brother's company. Like he's putting over like his company, and then like he's not taking any compliments. He's like sending it other places, wants to get back to work. Like you're saying he talked to everybody, dapped up like every camera person. Like cool though, wasn't like a full song and dance. It was just like a move. It's like everything he does is perfect, which is why it sucks that he's at the fucking Houston Texans. Okay, that is not how it's supposed to go. But Anthony Richardson is going to be a guy.